This week, the American dream was dealt some more nightmarish news when we learned that the middle class has lost a staggering 1/3 of its net worth over the past decade. And because of that, suburban poverty has skyrocketed up 64%. But numbers, of course, only tell one part of that story. Take Rich Hill, Missouri, for example, a former coal mining capital that was mined down after World War II. Stores were boarded up, population has been steadily dwindling, while unemployment continues to rise. It's a tale that's all too familiar across towns in America, and the focus now of the award-winning documentary Rich Hill. The film follows 3 teens ignored by a world that glorifies the haves over the have-nots. They're tackling adult problems when they're still barely teenagers. But incredibly, through it all, they still believe that one day their time too will come.
People walk past us with their nose 50 miles in the air, acting like they're better than us. And I don't fall for that. We're not trash. We're good people. I know I wouldn't be able to live without my parents. I really do love my mom and my dad and my sister. I hate moving, but I know if we do, we do. I have no say in what happens. They're the parents, I'm just a kid. This is what goes through my mind. God has to be busy with everyone else. Eventually, he won't come into my life. I hope it happens. It's gonna break my heart if it don't.
That was then 14-year-old Andrew Jewell, and he is now 16 and joins us at the table along with Rich Hill's director, Tracy Drozd-Tragos. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here. Andrew, I feel like I'm meeting a superstar because I watched this documentary a while back. Your story is, really compellingly told. You are so eloquent, as we just heard. It must be weird, though, to see yourself on film like this.
Well, I find it, yeah, I mean, it was a little weird at first, but I kind of got used to it. I just hope that all the teenagers across America can learn from my family's struggles and actually see what some families struggle with.
What do you hope that people will take from your story that you share here?
I just hope that kids can grow with their faith and jump the obstacles and accept the blessings and work hard for what they want.
Yeah. Tracy, what made you take on this project? What drew you to Andrew and the other boys that you highlight? What were you hoping to share with the country through this film?
Well, Rich Hill is my family hometown, so it's where my father grew up and where I spent every summer and winter break as a kid. But over the years, I've seen it fall on hard times, and families are clearly struggling. So I made this with my first cousin, another Andrew, Palermo, and he and I wanted to give voice to the families who were struggling, and that was our original notion. And then we got to town and we met Andrew, Harley, and Apache, and had a connection and knew that they should be the voice.
You do it beautifully well.
Yeah, no, it's a very elegant film, and yet there's a lot of pain in it. You get such intimate detail with these folks. Let me show a little bit of Apache in a really powerful moment. Let's run that.
My dad left when I was 6. Just walked out. Didn't even say bye. Woke up in the middle of the night and he was gone.
The way he talks and the way he acts, he's been through so much already. And I wonder, how did you get these folks to let you, to give you so much trust, to let you film their kids and make this movie about their children?
I mean, in large part, the doors were open to us, and trust, surprisingly perhaps, was ours to lose, and I hope we didn't do anything to violate that. But, I think I bonded in particular with the moms because I am a mother, and I could identify with being stressed out and wanting to provide for your kids. My struggles are nowhere near what their struggles are, but I think there was a bond that we had on that score. And I mean, Andrew, maybe I'm not sure entirely why you trusted us as you did, but I think ultimately we just had a connection, and I felt that the families that we met wanted to tell their story. No.
You know, the one thing that all of these stories have in common, despite the circumstances, despite the cards stacked against them, is that they still believe in the American dream. They still believe that hard work will pay off. Andrew, do you still believe in the American dream, and what does that look like to you?
Well, I firmly believe that, like I said before, if you can jump the obstacles that the devil throws your way and just look forward to a brighter future and look forward to your blessings that God will put forth to you, and work hard for what you want and work hard for them blessings, you can idolize the American dream.
Well, Andrew, you are an inspiration to me, to a lot of kids out there who watched your story and found a lot of strength in the strength that you brought and the way that you love your family and maintain your faith. So thank you so much for being here and for being willing to have the courage to share your story. And thanks, of course, to you, Tracy, as well, for telling that story. Don't go far, guys. You are also sticking around for the latest episode of Crystal Continued. You can find that on our website later this evening. And Rich Hill opens in select theaters throughout the month of August and will be available also on iTunes and video on demand. That's starting August 5th. I highly recommend it to you. Very well done documentary. And up next,